fashion.
Quinn was also asked about some examples when she might have called someone a name.
Bring them on up, and we'll see.
Melissa Russo for New York Nightly News.
Well, the Occupy Wall Street movement is busy preparing for a full day of planned protests across the country tomorrow. The group has posted a flyer on its website calling for a general strike tomorrow, May 1st. According to its website, the group has an entire day's worth of activities planned for our area, including a march over the Williamsburg Bridge, a rally in Union Square, and picket lines outside several banks and businesses. Joining us now to talk more about the potential impact of these May Day events is Dr. Paul Levinson. He is professor of communication and mass media studies at Fordham University. Welcome, Professor.
Good to be back.
Can the Wall Street protesters stage a comeback?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the issues haven't gone away. They've gotten worse. Billionaires are still paying a ridiculously low level of taxes. Students are still paying way too much in loans. All the issues that brought everyone out in the fall have just gotten worse.
But I'm wondering, last time the strategy that the city had dealing with them was to try to just let it burn out on its own, and after about 8 weeks or so, the neighborhoods in which there were encampments got exasperated with the protesters. They kind of wore out their welcome. Will they welcome them back now, again, this year?
I don't know if they wore out their welcome. What I know is that the New York City police violated the First Amendment rights of both the protesters and journalists attempting to cover the protest. People reporting were arrested. They were roughed up. If anything led to the abatement of Occupy Wall Street, it was old man winter. And let's face it, it's tough to be out there when it's 25 degrees. Do
you think the city is going to change its tactics this time around?
I seriously hope they do, because I think this is a serious blot on Mayor Bloomberg's record. That's why the AP, the New York Times, I think NBC, just about every major news media in New York City protested Mayor Bloomberg's mistreatment of the press. So I hope he learned his lesson.
Do you think the tactics employed by the Wall Street protesters will change or have evolved over the last year?
Well, it remains to be seen. I think everybody learns with the experience of doing something. My expectation is they'll be more organized this time around, more focused on specific issues in specific places. But I think they did a very good job in the fall of alerting the nation to these economic injustices, and I expect them to do even better this spring.
What do you think you'll see tomorrow?
I think we're going to see a huge number of people in a peaceful protest, and it will just be the beginning of a long summer and fall.
One of the things you study is social media and its impact on protests, on organizing. What's happened with the Wall Street crowd?
What's happened is anyone with a smartphone can videotape a protest, and it's instantly up on YouTube for anyone, everyone else in the world to see. And when you add to that you can tweet about it, talk about it on Facebook, it means that nothing is private anymore. And this is very good. If you have something you're objecting to, such as the Occupy people are doing, the world can see that very clearly.
All right. Thank you, Professor.
My pleasure.
Voters beware.